1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just get a little chat back if you can hear me loud and clear. So let me get a little chat back. All right, everybody can see me in the webcam, everybody? All right, good. Well, welcome, everyone. I'm sorry about that. We're having some technical issues. We wanted to play a quick little video for you regarding about some testimonials, some past experiences from students in the past. And looks like with this kind of been very difficult for us with the whole coronavirus. Everybody work from home and so on. But you more than welcome to see it on our. We'll play at the end of the presentation again. But today's presentation, I'm going to talk about how to beat today's market manipulation in today's trading. Iceberg orders what control the stock market. You got to know how to play the game, and that's what we're really going to cover. But before we get started, everybody can hear me okay? Okay, you can hear Peter, Mark. All right, okay, perfect. All right. So what we're going to cover today is I'm going to talk about basically the how to find stocks to trade in today's market. I am going to talk about how to follow the smart money. Going to talk about consolidation. I'm basically a tape reader, so I'm going to talk about what tape reading is, and most importantly, that trading is a serious business, and you have to treat it like a serious business. And a lot of people think it's just easier. Maybe I go watch a couple of YouTube videos. Maybe I can, take a couple of webinars. It's not that simple. The goal today is this. And let me tell you how I've learned how to trade. This is an interview. There's some great presenters out there, some great speakers, and there's also a lot of bad ones out there. And, you really have to kind of do your homework to make sure you know what you're getting yourself involved in, because when it comes to trading, you just got to know how to play the game. And that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to show you how to play the game. And I want to show you exactly how we do that. Now, just tell you a little bit about CyberTradingu University. So some of you know who we are and so on. But before I do that, have any of you guys ever seen me before? This is the first time, second time, just out of curiosity. Alan, you never seen me. Okay. Peter, it's good to see you, student. Gregory, first time. Kevin, good to see you. Anyone else? First time, numerous times. Oh, thank you for coming back. I'm more than welcome to. All right, so let me just give you a little brief description about CyberTradingu University so you know who we are and why you should listen to what we have to say and what you're about to learn. Now, I can't teach you how to trade in an hour. I could just teach you how blind you are and just really spark your interest. But I'm going to do the best that I can, and I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can. We have a lot of people that are here today, so I have staff here that will be able to help with those questions. That if I don't get to it, I'm looking, I'll look as best I can. But I know we're really short for time. CyberTradingu University, I founded a company back in 1995. I was actually the first school in the industry that started, and I'm still here. I'm still here. Love what I do. Have a passion to do it. But at the end of the day, I'm be honest with you, I'm also here to make money. Okay. And I'll tell you why. When I started when I was 22 years old, I was a huge failure. I blew up 3 accounts. And, the only way I was able to learn how to do it is I had to work for somebody. And I keep bringing up that story because people realize you just don't pretend to be a doctor. You just don't pretend to be an electrician. You just don't pretend to be, you really have to surround yourself with people that know what they're doing. And I know a lot of people want to learn, take the easy way out, but the easy way out is what I say, you want to be a penny cheap is a dollar foolish. But I could tell you this, what I've learned on the first day on the job, what you're about to see should have never made my first trade. When I start showing you time and sales, NASDAQ book viewer, uh, charts, orders, how to find stocks, you'd be like, what the hell am I doing? Like, why am I looking at this and not trading that? You know, why am I spending all this money when I could be spending this and make 10 times more? Because you have to ask yourself, who really trained you? And that's where it comes down to it. Because you know what? If you were doing very well, you probably wouldn't be here. Okay. It's like people say, oh, did you go to the doctor? I'm like, why? I'm in great health. I'm perfectly fine. I mean, I should get a checkup once in a while, but I'm fine. So let's get right to it and talk about it. So people always ask me, Fausto, if you're such a great trader, why do you teach? And I don't see that being a very disrespectful question. I did at first, but then I'm like, you know what? That's a great question. And you know what? I need to address that because I'm looking for people I could train that I can make money with. I'm not here, and making you think like I'm going to sell you the next Trade Alert platform and, it's going to cost you $9.95 with a money back guarantee. No, this is not what this is all about. I'm going to invite every single one of you to come into my trading room at the end of this presentation. But before you come, I don't want to waste your time doing it. And I want you to see other people. If people actually do make money doing this, it's not about me. I says, listen, don't count my money. I'm not going to go out there and brag and, have that thumbnail on YouTube and say, hey, look, I made $3,000 today. Hey, look, I traded. You know what? To me, that's an ego. You know what I mean? And not only that, that's good for him or her. But what did it do for you? Do you know how much money you have to risk to make 3,000? You got to be willing to lose 3,000. And I know a lot of you here, we just want to just get by. We got this coronavirus. A lot of us get laid off. Some of us got killed with the market crashing. Now it's coming back. You know what I mean? So I'm a realist. That's what I am. So that's what I'm about to show you when it comes to it. Now, and also with the other aspect, I just want to give back, to the community. A lot of people here, just like any professor out there, that teach in these top colleges, they own very successful businesses, but we also like to give back to the community. Now, here's a photo of my family, everyone. I like to share this with you because I've been married for over 22 years, and I got 3 wonderful sons. And we all know how, if any of you guys are married, we know how hard and difficult it could be. And I know some of us got divorced, and we know how expensive it could be. Trading is the same thing. They all look beautiful and great, but get divorced to the wrong one, you're one trade away of blowing up your account. So the reason why I like to trade also, and the reason why I like to share this photograph with you is because I travel all over. I take my family everywhere. There's not a place I went away that I did not go away with my family because I can do it in this business. I don't need to ask my boss if I could take off. I don't need to, ask my wife. My wife doesn't work. Okay. She says she took care. I was fortunate to have her to stay home and take care of my kids, which is probably one of the reasons why that kind of helped our relationship and helped us build a good relationship with our family. But it's a great job where she can come around, enjoy it. But for a lot of us, it's all rainbows and puppy dogs. But for some of us, we kill ourselves. You don't have to. This job pays that type of a salary. So let's go and begin. Let me show you how it all works. But before I did that, I want you to understand that I am you, and I will always be like every one of you. So don't look at me as being some, great superstar or 12-time world champion and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I want to help everyone I can because honestly, trading is not for everybody. And I say this all the time, and that's okay. So I have everyone, I always like to ask this question. First of all, my question to everyone is this: why are you all here? Why is everyone here today? What is your reasoning? Why are we all here? To learn? No, Sharon, you're not here to learn. Billy, congratulations, retired 3 weeks ago. Gregory, I like your answer. Don, I like your answer. Alan, I like the answer. Okay. Peter, I do not like your answer. Okay. Patrick, I like that answer. I want to retire. So what's everyone putting in the room? By the way, Mike, Bill, John, what guys, why aren't you not answering? Don't be shy. Arthur, Cliff, friend, I don't know who your friend is. Guys, just don't be embarrassed. If you do not talk, you're obviously not going to be good enough for my program. I'll be honest with you. Part of trading is for me to teach you how to trade and give content. So if you can't trade, you're not going to learn. But anyway, getting to the point, you're here to make money. That's it. That's the reason why you're here. Okay. And to make money, you have to stop learning how to lose it. So I'm not here to teach you how to make money. I'll be honest with you. I'm here to teach you how to stop losing money. Once you learn how to stop losing money, then you'll learn how to start making money. That's how it all goes about. So question I have for everyone here. And by the way, I got a poll. I could do the poll question, right? Yeah, let me do a poll. For everyone that's shy to answer questions, I'm going to do this. So I have a poll question. What kind of trader are you? We have stock traders, options, futures, Forex. Just want to see what kind of traders we got. And we'll share the poll question with everyone. Always like to get to know, feel who we have in the room. All right. I'm going to end the poll. Wow, you guys, it's so funny how many of you are answering this poll question now. All right. So I'm going to share the results. So it looks like we got 61% of you do stocks, 50 do options, and so on. Now, I'm actually a stock trader. Okay. And what that means is that I'm a day trader. The reason why I like to day trade is because I live here in New York. I was trained by the best traders. And honestly, it's the least risky. You just make your day's pay. You find that's got good volatility, and that's it. Some of you have been watching me on YouTube. Some of you are students. Bill's saying, yeah, just to put that in there, we did great on that one stock right there. Rich, yeah, thank you, Rich. Copy those and paste them in there. Yeah, we did great with the stock called CIDM. We're actually doing great right now with a stock. I'm gonna just bring this over. LK. You can see it right here. This is actually the trading room. I'm gonna invite all of you in, but look at LK. LK just literally, we've been trading this morning 10 o'clock and ran from 280 to 440. When's the last time you were in a stock that did that? When's the last time? Right? Right. So Bill says, unfortunately, I left $3,000 on the table. You know what, Bill? You know, and I know we do this every day. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think of it. All that should do is that should tick you off and says, you know what? I know Fausto's going to find us another one tomorrow, or actually you're going to help find it yourself. Don't even, you know how many times I always got ticked off that happened? Sometimes people made more money than me. I'm like, damn it. You know what? That like he held it. I didn't. I've been there. We've done that. Don't worry about it. Every day's a new day. You'll get your day. Now my next question to you is this, and
someone's at front door.
Oh, someone's at my front door. My next question is this. Who trained you? So just want to put that poll in there. Are you self-taught? Did you take a paid course? Are you doing any coaching? Just out of curiosity, I want to just look at and see how many people we have. Now, this is a very important question because when I show you this question, you're going to realize the failure rate in today's industry. All right. So trading is, it's about an 80% failure rate. Why would you want to get into the business with an 80% failure rate? Well, I'll tell you a funny story. I had a friend of mine lives across the street, and, obviously with the whole coronavirus, everyone's staying home. So he decided, obviously everybody's doing the honey-do list, right? So he decided like he wanted to be an electrician. He wanted to change a couple of outlets. I'm like, I don't know. That's a good idea. You know what I mean? Maybe you should hire someone. He's like, why? I got all the time in the world. Why should I spend money and do it? They're like, well, what do you know about electrician? He's like, well, how hard could it possibly be? Well, you know what? He almost burned the damn house down. And it cost him more money to get the guy back to fix it than what he did. My point is this. You want to learn how to trade, you got to learn from professionals. If you're not going to want to learn, you shouldn't do it at all. And I mean, it's great to see that a lot of you here did take education, but you could see a lot of people have not. And that's okay. Maybe you just didn't find the right person yet. Okay. But I'm just warning you right now, you need to spend money on education. If you're not going to spend money, just go back to your day job. Don't mind me being, rude or aggressive or, have an attitude. I'm just being frank with you. I'd rather you not go out there and blow up your account. And by the way, you probably will lose more than go out there and do that. All right. So anyway, so getting back to trading, let's go right into it. Let's begin and let me show you how we trade some stocks. So obviously you see what's going to happen with the stock market. We are having one of the biggest recoveries probably in the history of the stock market ever. To go down from 29,000 down to 18,000 and then go back out to 26,000 in 3 months is unprecedented. And to have it with 43 million people unemployed, this is showing you that you are missing one of the biggest rallies. And you know what? I think we're probably going to be back to 30,000 by the rate we're going, maybe September. Shoot, if we keep going the way we're doing, we'll probably be there by next month. But the thing is this, you got to know how to play the game. Now, I want you to look at this picture right here. It's a very classic big picture. Could any of you guys, do you notice anything unusual about this picture? I'll give you a hint. Do you guys see any charts in this picture? Anybody find any charts? Look, this is the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, the greatest traders in the world. To get a job there, you got to be the best of the best. You guys see any charts? I hear crickets. Are you still looking? Patrick says no. Bill says no. Are you kidding me? Seriously? You guys don't see. This is not a superimposed picture. This is a beautiful photo of the New York Stock Exchange. You're telling me out of all that money you spent, all that research, you don't see any charts? I thought that's the most important thing. You know what you do see? That's right. You see a lot of numbers. You see a lot of all these little numbers. You're seeing these guys look up. Let me get my little pointer over here so you guys can follow along. There we go. You see people like this guy. He's looking up. What's he looking at? What's this guy looking at? What are they looking at? They're looking at these screens right here. They're numbers. Okay? Look at their desktops. Look at my mouse pad. Look at their desktop. They're looking at numbers. What dumb numbers could they possibly look at and not look at a chart? That is what I'm going to show you. That's right. I'm going to show you exactly what they're looking at. It's called level 3. The thing is this. If you can't beat them, just follow them. You want to follow the brokerage firms. You want to follow the institutions. You want to follow the insiders. How do we do that? We use the right tools, because if you don't, you're going to fail. And the right tools are this, something called level 3. It's also a dark pool. It's a high frequency trade. It's algorithms. It's all that. But the thing is this, everybody has level 1 quotes. They might even have level 2 quotes. These are quotes that tell you what the stock is doing. But the answer is this, level 3. So my question, I'm going to do one quick poll. Now, before you're even a student here, I know we have some students here, okay? I'm going to launch a poll. Do you have level 3 quotes? We're going to do a quick poll here. If you're a student beforehand, please don't answer this question. Let's see you guys answer this. All right, I'm still waiting for about another 20 people to answer. I don't know what you guys are doing. Stop watching TV. Focus on here. Don't be embarrassed. Nobody's going to rat you out. Okay. I'm always going to go to your spouse and tell you, like, hope my wife doesn't see me. I'm going to learning how to trade her money. And believe me, that happens. I hear it all the time. All right. So I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to share the results. So it looks like over almost 60% of you don't, and 14% are not sure. So I'll just take that as a no. Level 3 is going to give you 20 times more data than than level 2 does and 100 times more data than level 1 does. What does that actually mean? What it means is that you're going to see, put the air conditioner on. What it's going to give you is you're going to see all the orders out there from everyone that's buying and selling, from the buyers, from the sellers at every single price level. So you get to see where they're at. Remember where we're going with this. What makes stocks go up and down? Supply and demand. Cabbage Patch dolls. Remember those things? $1,000 for a Cabbage Patch doll that cost $40. Beanie Babies, Ferraris. Okay. It's all about supply and demand. Stocks. The thing is this. If you want to be ahead of the curve, you got to know where they are. And that's what we're going to talk about. So let me show you what it is, and then we're going to actually apply it so you could kind of make more sense of it. Here are your buyers. Here are your sellers. Okay. You got 3 very important columns. The first column is giving you tells you how many orders are out there. Okay. Those orders make up that amount of shares for that price, which is there on the bid. So that's basically what you have right here. You got orders, shares, and bid. Now, there are people looking to buy the stock RAD at every price, every single price, right? From $14.57 all the way down to $14.20, $14. We all have our limit orders out there. We all have a number set in our head where we want to buy it and where we want to sell it. Unfortunately, some of you don't do that, but a lot of people do. So what you're looking at is you're looking at the dark pools, you're looking at the high frequency trades, you're looking at all the orders that are out there. People advertising it. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, are the orders that are being advertised that you just saw in that previous photo. We saw the market makers out there looking at the screen. They're looking at the orders. Now, how could this help us? How valuable is this data? Well, let's go to a chart. A chart is working off previous, basically, we look at a chart to see what happened in the past, right? It's not always indicative of the future. So when you look at this chart right here, you're looking at a stock like we got SpaceX, the space company that's costing $250,000 to take you into space, okay, from Virgin America, which is great. I don't know if any of you guys are doing it, but they are a public company. Anyway, that's not the point while we're looking at it. Oh, what this company does and blah, blah, it's a scam. That's not the point. The point is this. The stock started in the morning at 1840. It went right back up to 1960, came right back down here to 1940, and then went right back down up to 1960. Why did the stock stop at 1840? There's only one clear answer. There was 102,000 share buyer at $18.25. That's the only reason why it bounced at that price. Not because what they heard on CNBC or Fox Business or the CEO came out. There's nothing to do with it. The only reason why is because that guy's out there on the bid saying, hey, remember me? You want to sell, I'm 100,000 share buyer at this price. So if you're ready to sell, I'm here. I'm not a buyer at 18. I'm not a buyer at 18. I'm a buyer at 18.25. So when you come here, I'm a buyer. What happened when it got to that price? It bounced. Not because of Fibonacci indicator did it, not because of 200 moving average did it, not because of, news came out on it. It's because of that guy's out there. Let's look at our resistance levels. INO, great stock. 12 o'clock, stock went from $5 up to $9. Why did it go to 10? Why did it stop at 6? Why did it go to 9? And why did it start reversing at 9? One great answer right here. It wasn't the 4,000 share seller at 880. It wasn't even the 7,000 share seller. It was the 288,000 share seller out there and made up of 626 different people around the world that made up that 288,000 shares. So you could sit there and you could analyze all you want. You could use every indicator and like, oh, INO, pharmaceutical, coronavirus, yada, yada, yada. That's why it's going up. You know what? You could, till today, I still can't figure out why these stocks trade at where they're at. Because if you follow the book value, it makes absolutely zero sense. Okay? If you want to start counting PE ratios and book values and that, believe me, I passed my 7. I know all about that stuff. And, back in the day, I remember Cisco back in 2000, during the internet bubble, which we're all very familiar with, it was trading at 200 times earnings. 200 times earnings. You know what that means? It means you bought this bottle of Lapana, it cost you, I don't know, this bottle's probably like what, $2.50, this little bottle. You just paid $700 for it. Wow, that's a good deal. Really? Because you think it's going to go to 1,000. Okay. So anyway, we all know what it's worth. So that's why you can't figure it out. Don't worry about what you think. Just follow the money. Now, how do I know this? Because when I was trained and when I first walked on that floor, okay, and when I worked in the trading room and I saw those people, I'm like, and I see people cheering and have high-fiving and excited. I'm like, why are these people doing, like, why are they so excited? Why? And then, just great excitement. It's just having a great time. And I'm sitting in my home by myself. And then when I do win, I'm like looking at the 4 walls and like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I made money. Like, I start talking to myself. I'm like, didn't work when you're 22 years old. And then when I was losing, I'm like, do I take a loss now? Let me go on the internet. What's going on with the stock? Let me start putting all the financial stations. What's going on? Why is the stock going down? It doesn't matter what you think. It matters what they think. You ever, I'm going to ask everyone a question here. Do you ever feel that someone's watching you? Like, you ever do a trade and it's like, I feel like every time I trade, every time I buy it, the thing goes down. Every time I sell it, it goes up, right? Gregory, it happens to you all the time. I love bringing up this conversation because I hear it over and over and over again. Ever happened to everyone? Robert, happens to you? Patricia, happens to you? Mike, you ever feel that way? Like, it's like, I don't get it. Like, the market's going up and like, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. You know what the problem is? The problem is they're not watching you. The problem is you are not watching them. That's the problem. If you watch them, then you're on the other side. That, Arthur says, exactly. Listen, I'm just a messenger, okay? And I'm just here to recruit people I could train that I could teach this simple method so we could trade together, make money together. That's really what it comes down to it. So anyway, let me go to this little poll question right here. And my poll question to you is this. Is this stock going up or down? So where is that? Oh, here it is. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do a poll right here. So guys, tell me, is this stock going up or down? All right, just waiting for everybody to answer the question. Listen, John, Michael, Mario, Peter, like I see you guys not answering. I'm telling you, if you guys can't answer this question, you should seriously just log out and quit trading right now. I mean, this is like the most simplest question I'm asking all day. If you can't answer this question, you should not even be trading. Okay? Please, I'm trying to save you. Okay? That's the last thing. I see too many people blow up their accounts and, start rioting, people get angry people, you know what I mean? So it's like, and believe me, I'm here in New York. I'm seeing people there. There's a lot of angry people in this world. Okay. Well, you know what? I deal with angry people too in trading. They're like, you're all going to lose you. I remember I'm doing a presentation and I had this guy, in the middle of like, I'm in front of like 500 people, and the guy stands up who's so angry. You're all going to lose your money. You're all going to lose your money. And I'm like, just totally made a scene. And everyone's like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, just making like, you're just angry. You want to blame somebody. You guys only want to make money in trading. You're all going to lose money. And I said, sir, calm down. Can I ask you a question? Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? What happened? Maybe I could help you. Well, I do this thing and everyone who's out there telling you what to do. I'm like, can I ask you a question? Who trained you? Well, what does that have to do with it? It has a lot to do with it, I said. Okay. All right. Forget about that. What happened? Did you lose money on a trade? Yeah, I was, I trade this stock and, it went down. I'm like, okay, what kind of trading were you doing? Was it, I tried day trading and it's just, okay. So what happened? Well, I bought a stock and went from, I bought it at 50 and it dropped down to 20 and, I lost everything. I'm like, wow. I said, I never heard of a stock that went down from 50 to 20 in a day. I mean, that's pretty bad. Oh, no. I had it for like 2-3 months. I'm like, okay, let's get your story straight. You were not day trading. You were swing trading. Okay. So first get your story straight, because that is a totally different type of trading. Totally different. Totally different. Different training, different. There's a whole different. Okay. So what's the difference? There's a huge difference. It's like me saying to you, what's the difference between a Cadillac and a Ferrari? Okay. Or how about you traders in here? What's the difference between options trading and stock trading? It's trading, right? No, it's totally different. Totally different. It's a totally different way of trading. So anyway, I'm going to end that poll. I'm going to share it. So it looks like most of you said it's going to go down. Congratulations. You just passed the test. Okay. It wasn't any stupid question. It was an easy question. The trend is your friend. You don't buck the trend. So now my next question to you is this. Stocks going down. Ever been in a bad situation? Like that guy I told you was screaming and yelling. Stock's at 20. It's at 15.50. What do? Do you sell it now? I know you should have sold it at 18. You wrote it down to 15. What is your game plan? Okay. Because could this stock go down to $1? Sure damn could. What do we need for the stock to go back up? What do we need? What do we need the stock to go back up? Buyers, right? We need buyers. Does the chart show you any buyers out there? Any buyers? We need a demand. No. So why are you even wasting your time? Let's get back to the chart where we saw it, the market makers, and just see what they're doing. Let's look at their screen. Okay. So here we are looking at the data. We're looking at OXY. Now we need buyers, right? So the buyers are on the left. Okay. I'm going to work my way down. Got 2,000 share seller, 6,000, 12 people, 400, 200. Holy crap. There's an 81,000 share buy. 96 people out there. 96, not one, not five, 96 people out there. That means imagine all of us are out there right now at the same time to buy the stock at 14. What do you think is going to happen when stock gets to 14? What do you think in theory? That's right, Billy. That is what we call a demand. Okay. So remember the OXY? Guess what? Stock goes to 10, 14, goes right back to 19 like that. Like I mentioned to you earlier, how many of you guys feel that when you buy a stock, it goes down, and as soon as you sell it, it goes up? Well, guess what? It's not that they're watching you, is that you didn't watch them. Because how depressing or how ticked off would you be that you bought the stock at 19, you sold it at 14, and less than 30 minutes, it goes back to 19. Has it ever happened to you? You know it has. You know what? You are one trade away from blowing up your account. One trade. One trade. If you had 1,000 shares of that stock, and you owned it at 20 and you're at 14, you're down 6,000. You're not looking too good. And what about this? How about if you shorted at 14? You says, you know what? I'm going to sell it because it keeps going low. I'm going to short it. And then the stock, you short the stock and it goes from 14 to 19. So not only did you lose 6 on the way down, you just lost 6 on the way up. How's that working out for you? Okay. Okay. So, all right, time out. Arthur, this is what I don't understand. Arthur just said in the room, he says, I never lost a trade. If you never lost a trade, what are you doing here? You telling me that every trade you did, Arthur, you made money? Could you please email me? I want to start following you. I need to start following. I need a guy like you on my team. I want to hire you. I want you to be part of my team, Arthur. That's a guy I want on my team. He said he never lost on a trade. Never lost on a trade. My God, you're better than me. I'm telling you, I'm begging you. That's amazing. Congratulations. Definitely need a guy like you. All right. Let's go right here and let's go look at the resistance levels on the VIX. Okay. Without looking at it, some fancy indicators and, all this fancy stuff. Where do you think resistance levels would be on the VIX? Where do you think resistance levels would be? We're not even looking at any fancy heat seekers and, all these fancy, alert systems, all that. We're not even looking at that. Look at every single one of you, how you're answering this question. Where's the resistance? A resistance would be on the sell side. You look over here on the sell side and you'll notice, where's my biggest order? Right there. 37.15. Did you need anything else to tell you that the resistance is going to be at 37.15? Well, guess what? You look at this stock right here and you'd be like, oh, look, the trend is up. It's going higher. That's a double top. It's going to break out right there. Double top. You got about 5 candlesticks. The wick is short. You ever hear these people that teach you this stuff? The wick is short. The higher high. You got 5 soldiers. Yeah, you know what? How did that work out for you? How did that work out for you? Because the thing went right back down to 34. It had nothing to do about your analytical, all that fancy stuff like there. It only went down for one simple reason. There was a 55,000 share seller out there. And when he started hitting the bid, he ran the stock straight down. John has a question. I tried to subscribe to the book viewer for the sole proprietor of the NASDAQ on the Hogway. I wanted to follow your index. Well, listen, you know what, John, this is only one book. There are 5. Okay. There's one. You got to know how to aggregate all the different books. You got ARCA, you got New York Stock Exchange, you got EDGX. There's a lot of other books out. NASDAQ is just one. Okay. I'm only showcasing NASDAQ because I'm on NASDAQ. I've done a lot of presentations for them. They want you to use the software, but there are other books out there. So before you go out there and spend any money by ordering a book or not, why don't you wait until the end of the presentation, get in my trading room so I could teach you for a week. I'm not here to sell. I'm not here to sell that platform. I got to show you how it works. It's a great tool. I know this. Look at it as an infomercial. $19.99. You got to $15. You got to buy it. What's the sense of buying it if you don't even know how to use it? You want to see it in real live hours. And I'm going to show you because I practice everything I preach. So everything you see, you're going to see in the trading room. Okay. So anyway, here at Cyber Trading University, just give you a little heads up. We call these iceberg orders. So what I'm trying to find people out there that can help me find these iceberg orders because there's no software out there that does it for you. Believe me, if I could invent it and do it, I would. Everyone else is because everybody is working on a lagger. This is a leader. Okay. People can't predict the future. It's easy to predict the past, but the past is not always indicative of the future. So if you understand what's going on, what I need to do is at the end of the presentation, I want to invite you guys up. I want to show you what's going live. And then hopefully I could train you to help me find these iceberg orders so we can make money together. That's what it's about. It's about trading together. All right. Now, the next thing people always ask me is like, Fausto, I was in a trading room or I heard about these fake orders, this and that. Let me tell you something. I was on a panel and I was up against this guy in the panel was like, an analyst at some big brokerage firm, cocky jerk, right? Kind of like throw his business cards. Hey, I'm one of the top analysts. And then when I was talking about this, he's like, oh, those are fake orders. And I totally snapped. And I really don't snap. I'm like, really? I said, I have all respect. What do you know about trading? He goes, I know a lot more than you. You go, because I work at XYZ. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. I go, so I had my laptop and because we were broadcasting on a panel, I says, you know what? You got a brokerage account open up? Who's the broker you have? Okay. Open up your brokerage account. I'm going to find this iceberg order. Do me a favor. I pulled out money out of my pocket. I said, how much money do you have in your pocket? I will pay you 10 times whatever's in your pocket if you execute that guy and you can prove to me he's a fake order. The guy's like, well, I didn't really mean like a fake. He started talking way out of it. I'm like, do yourself a favor. You still be an analyst because analysts are not traders. Okay. They hate us because we make, because they got it, because they're the camulata of their school. But sometimes being smart doesn't make you a great trader. So anyway, they're all real traders. All right. How do we know they're real? Something called time and sales. I'm an actual tape reader. I was actually like one of these guys, but this was done back in the 20s. But what a tape reader is that we read the tape, we follow the orders. So as much as you see the orders, you also got to calculate, are those orders getting executed or are they canceling? Because a lot of people, just like you and I, we could change our mind. We can cancel an order if we want to, right? So how do we know they're real? We got to look at time and sales and we got to color coordinate it. I know a lot of people neglect using time and sales because they're like, it moves so fast. Like, look at this stock. Look at all the transactions that happened at 170. This all happened less than 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds. Look at all those orders. The problem is a lot of people don't have the default set right, or they're looking at a very fast moving stock, okay, which I will not trade, all right? But if you set it up properly and you see the orders, like here's OXY, right? OXY, let me just throw this out right there. You look at this order right here, 128,000 shares at 15. In theory, stock's going down. What would $15 be to you? Would you assume that $15 is? Support level, right? Everybody just write S. So I know you're still alive. All right, Don, good. All right. Okay, great. When we go to the chart, that $15 order is now down to 12. What happened? This is basically just totally did everything I said is wrong. No, it's not. It's actually all right. Because what happened here is the stock was trading from at 2:30 up until 3 o'clock. And what probably happened is that the guy got executed. Somebody probably started selling to that. Remember, stocks go up, supply and demand. You see some crazy things that happen all the time. And sure enough, what happened? The guy got executed. How do we know he got executed? Time and sales, and the stock dropped. See, think about it. You see a big order out there, and then you start looking at time and sales, and you start seeing that order keeps chipping away. And how do you know that? You see the number. You look at the time and sales, you're like, oh, a trade went off at 13. Trade went for 13. So as the trades are going off at 13, this number goes from 128,000, 120, 111, 90,000, 80,000, 70,000. And you could see on the time and sales that that guy is getting executed. So what are you going to do? You're going to hold on to it? I mean, it was a support level, but listen, who knows? Maybe the owner of the company says, you know what? I got to put a new extension on my house. Could you just dump it at 15? I really don't care about it. Look at all those trades. Red, 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 red. I mean, it's like nonstop. And guess what? If you were late to the party and you didn't follow close enough, boom. Then you wonder why the stock went to 12 and why you lost money on it. So that's what basically trading's all about. All right. By the way, is anyone confused? Anybody lost? Anybody following along? Any questions? Kevin, you following along? Good. I just don't know if I'm a good teacher or not. I mean, I just want to make sure that I didn't confuse anybody. Good stuff. All right, good. Thank you. Not sure about time and sales. Well, listen, I told you this before you walked in the room. I can't teach you how to trade an hour. I could just teach you enough that hopefully you're going to come and join me now for the whole week. And so I could show it to you live in the market. That's what it's all about. Buy orders are support, Donald. When you're a buyer, you're buying it because you feel at that price the stock's going to go higher. You're a seller thinking it's going to go lower. So sellers are resistance levels, buyers support. So if you're joining all those people, that's what it makes it. So now let me get to this other question because we're almost done here, and I got to get ready for the afternoon. I want to trade my trades. I got to get ready. Today's been a great day in the market, actually, in trading. So anyway, here you have a stock, GNUS, was a great mover today, actually past 2 days. It went from $4.50 all the way up to about $8. I mean, literally like almost like 100%. Us traders, we don't try to make, 200-300% our money. I mean, that would be amazing, right? People can't even do that in 1 year. If a mutual fund says, hey, I'll pay you 20%, you'll get 20% at the end of the year, I think everybody will be like drooling out of their mouth, right? We're doing it a day. And you know what? 20% on this stock, it's like buying the stock making 50 cents. 50 cents. 50 lousy little cents. It's all you need to make. 50 cents. 50 cents is 500 a day on 1,000 shares. If you bought it at 5, you sold it at 5.50, 50 cents. You know what? It went to 8. God bless you. I'm not hearing the Jimmy Buffett because if I ate the whole Buffett, I would be about 1,000 pounds. And I don't want to have diabetes. All right. 50 cents. You just want to eat. Just got to hit base hits. 50 cents a day, ladies and gentlemen, is $100,000 a year salary. 100,000. How many of you here would just love to make supplemental income to make $100,000 salary? 50 cents is all you got to make. People are like, what the hell is 50 cents? Yeah, not that hard. Alan says you definitely want to do it. Well, listen, Alan, everyone, listen, I know some of us are older. Some of us want to retire. Some of us are retired. You think Social Security is going to pay enough? No. You think a $1,200 stimulus package is going to keep you to survive? Listen, come to New York and see what we spend here. Okay, highest taxes. But unfortunately, this is my business where I am, and if I was in the wine business and I was paying a lot of money in taxes, I can't take my wine with me and go somewhere else. Yes, it is recorded. So anyway, the thing is this: every one of you need to learn from mentors. You just need to learn from other people. You can't do this on your own. And it might take you several different mentors to learn from before you find the right one. You are doing the interview now. This is what this is all about. I'm trying to convince you that trading stocks is the easiest, simplest, and the least amount of work as possible. Because remember, you didn't make any money until you sold it. I know a lot of you here probably say, I'm doing good on my swing trades. Yeah, okay, great. Did you sell it yet? How's that? Did you didn't make any money until you sold it. Okay. Day traders, we don't care. We just focused on that number and that's it. regardless of how much money some of you guys spent on training or took with other people, I know you're like, I don't want to learn a new program. I got to make this work. No, you don't have to make it work. You know why? Because if you're doing something and you're not making money within 30 days of doing it, you're better off quitting now because obviously it doesn't work for you. You know, my mentor always taught me and says, listen, if a doctor puts you on medication and you've been on it for a month and you're not getting any better and you're getting worse, you got two things you got to do. You better get on new medication or you better find a new doctor. Okay. Because it's obviously not going to work in 6 months. Okay. So it's nice to try a little bit of everything. Because let me tell you something. When you find how this trading's all about, you're going to spend more time with your family like I do. You're going to be able to spend and take care of them, you know, enjoy life. You know, this whole coronavirus really is, I mean, I don't know where you guys are. I know there's people all over the world, but this coronavirus has been like, it's been horrible. It's been terrible. And now we got riots going on and people threatening to break in people's homes. And I mean, that's just like chaos going on. I mean, and I don't even think it's even the riots are because of what happened with the cops. I just people just kind of lost their patience being locked in their house for so long. I mean, like eventually you just lose your patience, right? Well, you know what? Why not look for a new career? Why worry about going back to work and dealing with the train and this and that? Wouldn't it be better if you could just travel and just do something and do it from the luxury of your home? You know, I always get upset because I always hear like, I'm not trying to be political here, but I always get upset when I hear like politicians like, we got to go after Wall Street. Wall Street should pay more. Wall Street should pay more. And I'm like, and if you think about it, it's like, why do you keep going after Wall Street? And like, oh, I get it, because we make so much money. So why sit there and go after them? Just join them. And now you could see why. So, you know, if they want to tax us more, then go right ahead. I mean, like, I don't have a problem doing that. I mean, I'm happy. I enjoy myself. I'm having a great life. And you know what? You could do the same thing because that's what trading is all about. You know, I got some young kids that play video games all day. Why are you wasting your time playing video games? Learn this video game. Learn this video game. Because you know what? It actually pays money. It pays a lot of money. And it's the same game. Now, here at Cyber Trading University, I always like to just let you know, it is very, very critical for any one of you here, if you're really going to learn from somebody, do yourself a favor, okay? Out of 100% of the people that teach people out there, only 1% really know what they're talking about, okay? 99% of it is all garbage. They're just trying to make money on training on you, okay? And this is a quick test. I just want to kind of just, before we get to the end, I just want to point this out. I know you're watching YouTube videos. I know things pop up on your feed. I know you hear all these people on TV, whatever. If a school's not endorsed by a brokerage firm, do not do business with them. Because these brokerage firms, these exchanges, they do big background checks on us. Do you think Charles Schwab would have Fausto Pugliese do a presentation in their booth if they thought I was teaching people how to lose money and I was stealing money from them and I was just trying to just steal their clients and charge them schools? TradeStation, Thinkorswim, NASDAQ. Okay. So I'm just letting you guys know, if you're all going to need education, but one thing I want to point out, just make sure these people have a lot to lose. Okay. They can get sued for millions and millions and millions of dollars. Don't worry about doing your research. They did it for you. So that's just one thing I just want to throw out there that people always ask me. Because people ask me, like, what makes you better than this company and that person? That's a great question. Who sponsors them? Who endorses them? What does that have to do with it? It has everything to do with it. It has everything to do with it. So this is what I want all of you guys to do. I want you to come join my trading room. I started this room about 25 years ago. You're seeing a lot of them pop up everywhere. Well, guess where they learn from? Some of them are my students, and I'm so happy for them. I want you guys to go out there, learn how to trade, and start your own trading rooms, okay? But don't try to go out and do it your own. But I want you to see what it's like. And the big thing in here is this. We do a lot of pre-market trading, after-market trading. We started around 8 o'clock this morning. I want you to come in there, and I want you to come and see the live commentary, and not to judge the winners. Not to judge the winners. I want you to judge us the losers. Look at how much people lose money in our room. And you'd be shocked to see, like, my God, you guys rarely take a lot of losers. I mean, we lose, but we know how to control the losses. See, it's not about the winners. It's the losers you have to worry about. And that's what I want you to focus on. The winners take care of themselves. I mean, we had crazy winners. I mean, crazy winners. I'll even show you. We had crazy winners today. What do we had that was going on today? Here, look. I'll even show you some of them. CIDL. Stock goes from $1.90 to $6 in one day. All right. Here's my trading room. Let me just show it to you. Okay. Here's our trading room. Here's my announcements. Look right here. Look at all the trades right here. CIDM, DLPN, NIO, BIO, DraftKings, SAVE. That was just at before an hour and a half before the market opened up. LK, they're trading right now. LK, for crying out. The company that stole everything from Starbucks and they halted it. $3 to $4. $3 to $4. Could you look at it here a little closely? LK. They're trading that right now. LK. Actually, I'm sorry. It started at $2. Okay. It ran to $4.50. It's up 56% today. All right. VISL. 70 cents to $1.50. What else did we trade? Oh, I got a short off. This is a little expensive though. Zoom. That was the one I traded. Look at Zoom. That was a short that I had this morning. 224 down to 210. Ah, damn it. Now I'm really ticked off because I covered a little too soon. See, sometimes when I do these webinars, I cover too soon than earlier. I don't like to be in a trade when I'm doing an event. But anyway, you're going to see all this stuff. All right. So this is what we're offering. $9. 9 lousy stinking dollars. Listen, I do not make money at $9. The $9 just tells me if you're a real person. That's the only reason. This is an application fee. Okay. The $9 is going to give you access to this trading room, and you're going to get a crash course on day trading. You're going to get a week in that room. You're going to get 3 daily market meetings, a morning and afternoon on watch list. And you know what's even great? We're actually going to call you. I got to pay people $15 an hour minimum wage here in New York. I lose money on that. Okay. So the thing is, you're probably wondering, so how do you make money, Fausto? What's the catch? The catch is this. I need to know if you're a good trader and if this is for you or not. Because what's going to happen is 20 lucky people of you are going to have a free coaching class with me. And we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to discuss it and see if it's for you or not. Because then now this is when I'm going to interview you. Because let me tell you something. When you go into my room, and this is what people praise me for everything. They're like, Fausto, I don't understand. I looked at other competitors, and they had like 800, 1,000, 2,000 people. Why do you only have a few hundred people, but and they just started, and you've been doing this for so long? And you know what I tell them? Do you want to be in a room with 1,000 traders where no one's going to pay attention to you and you're just another person out there? Or do you want somebody that is going to be focused with you that you can make money with? Because it's unmanageable to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and not only that, it's not about, and these people are looking to charge you, fees and subscriptions. Listen, I'm looking for people I can make 6 figures with, because I can make 6 figures with you. I'm going to make a few thousand with you just by being in the room trading with you. But I don't know if you're qualified. I don't know if this is really for you, but you know what? And I don't think you know it's for you yourself until you get into the trading room. So if you thought that this is basically, if you figure this out less than 45 minutes, imagine what you'll learn being in the room for a week. All right. So you got, Rich posted up the link right there. So you can go there, register now, and we'll go through that. A couple of questions coming across it. I've been here for 7 years, learned every day. Lee Brandon, listen, thanks for being here. Rich just posted what he said there. We don't let people chat because we always don't know what people are saying, whatever. So we put it there. But Lee, listen, Lee, great to have you back. being part of the team. And think about it. He's still in the business for 7 years and he's still here learning. He's here supporting us because Lee knows that we need good quality focused traders in the room. But unfortunately, not all of you are going to be able to be qualified for it. And you know what? Maybe if it's somebody else, you might, but you know what? We have to do our due diligence on you. But right now, you have to do your due diligence on us. Pay the $9, get in the room, see the professionalism, the quality, meet guys like Ben, Lita, Muhammad, John, Ken. I mean, the list could go on and on. Meet these people every day, and then you go from there. Any other questions? Any other questions? But like I said, what happens after 7 days? Okay, so after 7 days, if you want to continue, you just pay a subscription to it. And then, but there's also, we'll talk about the training program. But if you don't want to continue, listen, we're not going to make you run over hoops or whatever. You don't want to continue. Listen, I got a 5-star rating on Google. I don't need you to go out there and, say, hey, you're another one of those fake people out there. Listen, I don't, that's the reason why I don't have 1,000 people in the room. Okay. I can't help every one of you, but between me and my instructors, we can kind of manage it and go through it. Equipment, high-speed internet. Harry, listen, if you're on a high-speed internet, you shouldn't be trading, period. Okay. Shouldn't be trading, period. I mean, I don't know what you have, a 56K modem. I don't even know if that even exists, but there's always ways you get high speed. You can get satellite and you'll still be fine. Couple of questions, a couple of people just registered. I want to do a couple of shout outs right here for some people that registered. All right. I got, Haritha from, Illinois, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much. I got, who else we got here? You guys registered pretty quickly. I got Rachel from Chicago. No, Illinois. Nice. Who else we got here? Larry from Florida, Orlando, Florida. Got your registration. Just looking on my phone. You can probably see it right there. Just trying to read off some of the people's names there. No, it's $9. Listen, if you bought any one of those stocks, any one of them, if you think like, oh, I heard this story before, but you've never seen a stock go up 100%. We do it every single day. And it's not one, several different stocks. You just don't know where to look. And you got to remember who really trained you. You got nothing to lose. All right. Couple of other questions. What about how much money would I need? My God. Forget about the money. Forget about how much money you need. If you don't have $9, then you can't afford to trade. Don't worry about how much money you need to do this. When you see some of the stocks that we trade, okay, you know what? Let me bring this up again. All right. CIDM. Okay. At 9 o'clock this morning. All right. The stock was 9. Well, we started pre-market, so we started 8. Stock was at $2.30. $2.30. Okay. $2. All right. Not 200, not 2,000 like Amazon, $2 to buy 1,000 shares. And by 9:45, the stock went to 6. You don't believe that we were in this trade? Go back to my YouTube, pay the $9, get in the trading room, and you'll see it. And you'll see how much money people made on that one stock. Okay. You don't need a lot of money to do this. That is a misconception that people have, and that's why I get upset. Cause a lot of people says, you know what, I want to do this, but maybe I should do options first because I don't need that much money. I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Do you know options is 10 times harder to trade than just trading the stock just itself? 10 times harder. 10 times. Once again, who's richer, the guy that owns the house or the guy that rents the house? That's how I kind of play it. Muhammad has a great question. Is there a guarantee for this strategy? Yes. The guarantee is you're going to die one day and you always will pay taxes. The only guarantee I'm going to give you, if you're not happy, I'll give you $9 back. I don't need you $9. Okay, Mohammed? So I don't know what guarantee you want. You got $9 to invest. You can't afford, that's my guarantee. Come in the room, make the investment, you go from there. That's the guarantee. You know, I don't know what more I have to tell you. Can we start on Monday or tomorrow? Listen, honestly, I would probably start on Monday. You got a couple of videos you have to watch, and then at least you got a good full week, because if you're one of the lucky ones, the first 20 people that register, we'll probably talk on like a Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday. So we'll figure out, because we want you to be in there a couple of days. Listen, some days are good, some days are great, some days suck, right? So you just can't be there for one day. Maybe you got things going on. I know some people still, got other jobs, whatever. So I don't know what days, you're going to take it, but Monday, by the way, you can't even get into the room without talking to an education advisor first anyway. So you got to talk to someone anyway first. You got to make an appointment, because we need to explain to you what's going on. Could you believe that for $9, you're going to actually be able to talk to somebody, someone that knows what he's talking about? So that's going to be the great part of that. By the way, also very important that when you register, there's a questionnaire in the second part. I just want to let you guys know, please fill that questionnaire fill it out. If you don't fill it out, that's not going to put you in the top 20. Okay. Your questions that we ask in this questionnaire about, do you know what level 3 is, what broker you have, is only going to help us to expedite this process, so you know exactly who you are. So please fill that out to your best of your knowledge. Okay. Because like I said, if it's not filled out properly, you're not going to be one of the top 20s in there. Okay. Looks like a good strategy to make money. Not looking at $9. I understand that. And Mohammed, so like I said, go in there. But just keep in mind, if anybody guarantees you anything, you run as far as you can. There is no guarantee. Just because it's like me going, you guarantee I'm going to lose weight? You guarantee if I take this diet, I'm going to lose weight? Listen, you know what? If you keep going to McDonald's, you can't blame me for it. I can't guarantee that, and some people are different than others. But the only way you could see it is you got to see other people in the room. Let me just read off a couple of more names that are coming across here. Who we got here? Anthony Griggs just got your registration from Alabama. All right. Congratulations. Welcome aboard. Ramond from, I don't even know where you're from. Ramon's, what's LVA? I don't even know where that is. Maybe you could tell me in the chat room. It only tells me the country code. But thank you very much. We have a lot of people from all over the world that come in here. I have people from Australia, Singapore. If you could speak English, believe me, they're in here. Some people don't care. Like 20% of my traders in the room are Canadians. I'm going to Canada for everyone. Everyone's like, why would someone from another country want to trade, come here? Because the US market is the best market in the world. We got great volatility. Why do you think Ferrari is not trading on the Italian market? It's trading on the New York market. Why all the Chinese companies come into the US market? Why are they all trading here? Because this is the best market in the world. It's the most secure exchange in the world. And that's why people want to learn how to trade it. At the end of the day, do you care where you make money? You just want to make money. That's what it's about. All right. Oh, La Vida. Is that where that is? I'm sorry. You're probably the first person that I'm ever going to train from La Vida. Okay. Great. Who else we got here? All right, good. So I see you guys starting to fill out the registry. Yes, author, like what you said. Thanks for filling out. You have an account with TradeStation and Tastyworks. Because let me tell you something. By you telling me that, we have great relationships with a lot of these brokerage firms. And by us having those relations with those brokerage firms, some of these brokerage firms are going to pay for your training. Believe me, they want you to get educated because their acquisition costs are so high. They have customers that blow up their accounts in 2 months. They would rather pay you knowing that you're going to go out there and learn from us because they're going to keep you for the rest of your life. And that's how things are working. So they want to keep you as long as they could, and they're willing to make that investment. So, by us letting us, what brokerage firm you have, and what education you had, because education is also important, because it lets us know what kind of strategy you have. Because I'll be honest with you, we're going to tell you who you wasted your money with, and who you got a pretty good deal with, and so on. All right. What else we got? Okay, guys, listen, I gotta go. We're going to play a video really quick of me on NASDAQ, which is going to go into another explanation explaining what total view is. So, Rich, I know you had problems this morning, Rich, before we started. Are we okay with the video? Is the video going to work? Audio and video will not work. Okay. So, you know what you could do, everybody? You can go on our homepage, our website. Let me just bring this up. Let's go to ctu.co. I'm just going to go right here. And right here, this is the last video I did on NASDAQ. So if you just click play right on the homepage, you guys can watch it. And I think it's very, very important that you do, because it'll show you total view again. All right, guys, listen, thank you so much for coming. And, like I said, please do yourself a favor. You have to learn before you could earn. Make a small investment. I know some of you didn't register. Maybe you didn't like my long hair. I haven't got a haircut in 3 months, but the thing is, whatever it may be, but go out there and learn and do it right, because let me tell you something, you don't want to blow up your account. You're one trade away, of blowing it and losing it all. You can learn it all in one trade. All right. So, but go out there and try it out and see how it goes. And then last but not least, be safe. I know this whole coronavirus is making people freak out, making people a little untight, so go out there and please do yourself a favor and just got a little bit longer, follow the rules, be safe. And you know what? There's no safer place than being in a cyber group room. I tell everybody, that's where it comes down to it. So thank you very much, everyone. And thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. And I look forward to seeing every single one of you in the trading room. Just sit back and, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be quite exciting. Bye-bye.